Welcome back to the channel Coins Collector, Treasure Hunters, Coin Lovers, and History Enthusiasts. It's another exciting day here on the channel, and today, we're diving deep into the dazzling world of American coinage to uncover the story behind one of the most fascinating, rare, and talked about coins in U.S. history, the Liberty I dime from 1987, minted in Denver, marked with that famous little D. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about a small piece of metal that most of us have jingling in our pockets or tossed inside a coin jar, a simple 10-cent piece that could easily go unnoticed. But here's the twist: one particular 1987 D Liberty dime has shocked collectors, historians, and numismatists alike by reaching an unbelievable value of $2.2 million in today's coin market. So if you've ever wondered how something so tiny, so ordinary, could transform into a multi-million-dollar treasure, stick around, because the story behind this coin is not only about silver, copper, and mint marks. It's about American history, precision, mistakes, mystery, and the timeless beauty of liberty herself. Let's rewind time, all the way back to the late 1980s. The year was 1987, an era of change and progress in the United States. Ronald Reagan was president, the nation was booming with new technology, pop culture was thriving, and the U.S. Mint was still producing coins that carried decades of heritage and pride. The Roosevelt dime, featuring the face of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and the torch of liberty flanked by an olive branch and oak branch on the reverse, symbolized strength, peace, and victory, values deeply tied to the American spirit. The 1987 D dime was minted at the Denver Mint, which produced over 821 million pieces that year. To most people, it was just another dime for daily use, spending, saving, trading. But among those hundreds of millions, a few rare variations slipped through the cracks, coins that would later become legendary in the collecting community. What makes this coin so valuable isn't just its age, but the rare combination of minting errors, perfect condition, and historical preservation. Imagine finding a coin that has survived almost 4 decades without a single scratch, mark, or flaw. Now imagine that same coin showing unique die characteristics, an unusual strike, a double die, or even a rare off-metal planchet. When numismatists discovered the existence of a near-perfect 1987 D Liberty dime with these extraordinary features, it completely changed how collectors viewed modern dimes. As the story goes, the coin surfaced during a private collection sale, where an expert grader authenticated it as a mint state 70, the highest possible grade on the Sheldon scale. Its luster was described as mirror-like, the details razor-sharp, and the strike completely flawless. Combine that with its rarity, possibly a one-of-a-kind minting anomaly, and the result was nothing short of historic. Now, here's where things get truly astonishing. In the competitive world of rare coin auctions, where collectors are willing to pay fortunes for even the slightest minting oddity, this 1987 D Liberty dime achieved a record-breaking sale price of $2.2 million. That's right, $2.2 million for a 10-cent piece that once could buy a piece of gum or a payphone call. This sale instantly propelled the coin into legendary status, joining the ranks of other rare U.S. coins like the 1913 Liberty Head Nickel, the 1804 Draped Bust Dollar, and the 1943 Copper Penny. It became a symbol of hidden value, a reminder that even the smallest, most overlooked coins can hold unimaginable worth. Beyond its monetary value, the 1987 D Liberty dime carries deep symbolic importance. The word liberty on its face has echoed through American coinage for generations, a tribute to the ideals of freedom and perseverance. Each letter stamped on that dime stands for more than just a design. It represents a promise of independence and unity that defines the American dream. And today, as collectors and historians continue to study this coin, the fascination only grows. Its story inspires thousands of new coin hunters to check their change jars, inspect their pocket change, and look twice before spending any dime minted in 1987, especially one from Denver. Because who knows? You might be holding on to the next multi-million-dollar treasure without even realizing it. So, if you've got a 1987 D Liberty dime tucked away somewhere, it might be worth giving it another look under a magnifying glass. Check the details, the strike, the shine, and the condition. Because as this incredible story proves, sometimes history hides in plain sight, and the next life-changing discovery could be right there in the palm of your hand, and that, my friends, is the extraordinary tale of the 1987 D Liberty 1 dime, a 10-cent coin with a heart of history, a soul of silver, and a current market value that has stunned the collecting world at an astonishing $2.2 million. If you love stories like this, stories where everyday objects turn into priceless treasures, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Because right here, we're not just talking about coins, we're uncovering pieces of living history. Welcome back to the channel, and let's dive even deeper into the magic, mystery, and money behind America's most captivating coins. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating, mysterious, and unexpectedly valuable coins ever to come out of the United States Mint, the Liberty 1 dime from 1989, proudly bearing the P Mint mark of Philadelphia. That's right, the humble 10-cent piece you might still have jingling in your pocket could be worth a life-changing fortune today. So sit back, relax, and get ready, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at a dime the same way again. Now, imagine this, a coin so ordinary that millions passed it by without a second glance. Yet one special example of this 1989 P. Roosevelt dime has shocked the numismatic world with its jaw-dropping value of $1.6 million in the collector's market. Yes, you heard that correctly, a single 10-cent coin turning into more than $1 million treasure. How did that happen? What makes it so rare? And how did a coin minted in the late 1980s suddenly capture the imagination of collectors everywhere? Let's uncover the full story. The tale of the 1989 Liberty dime begins with the legacy of American coinage and the enduring image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose profile has graced the dime since 1946. The Roosevelt dime was introduced to honor the 32nd President of the United States shortly after his death, and over the decades, it became a symbol of resilience, progress, and the fight against polio, a cause Roosevelt championed during his lifetime. The design, featuring his left-facing portrait and the proud word "Liberty" above his head, became a part of everyday American life. Fast forward to 1989, the Cold War era, the rise of modern technology, and a time when the U.S. Mint was perfecting its coin production process. That year, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of Roosevelt dimes, each bearing the small but significant P Mint mark. Most of these coins were made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, mass-produced for everyday circulation. Yet, among this ocean of dimes, one coin emerged that defied all expectations. Through a combination of flawless striking, minting anomalies, and exceptional preservation, this single 1989 P dime became a legendary rarity. For years, collectors passed over the 1989 P dimes, assuming they were common pocket change. But when a pristine example surfaced under the magnifying glass of a top-tier grading service, experts were stunned. The coin displayed an extraordinary level of detail, perfect luster, sharp edges, and a mirror-like finish rarely seen on circulation strikes. Some numismatists even believe it may have been an experimental or presentation strike, accidentally released into circulation, or possibly kept hidden away for decades before being rediscovered. The history of this coin is also wrapped in mystery. Over time, as collectors studied minting records and die varieties, they found subtle differences in certain 1989 P dimes, slight doubling in the lettering, a unique finish on the torch and olive branch, or a faint die crack across the motto, "In God We Trust." These clues suggested that a very limited number of extraordinary dimes may have been struck with special dies or under exceptional conditions. Because of these microscopic details, the coin gained legendary status among dedicated collectors and treasure hunters. In the world of numismatics, rarity, condition, and demand determine value. And this dime checks every box. It's rare, it's flawless, and it carries a historical charm that connects the modern collector with a bygone era of American craftsmanship. Over the years, the coin community began buzzing about high-grade 1989 P dimes appearing in auctions, and when one of them recently sold for an astonishing $1.6 million, the news spread like wildfire. What was once a 10-cent piece became a life-changing payday for its lucky owner. The value of this coin is not only monetary but symbolic. It reminds us that hidden treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. Every coin tells a story of artistry, of history, of the countless hands it passed through before being recognized for its true worth. The 1989 Liberty One dime is living proof that even the smallest piece of metal can hold an enormous piece of history. So why is it worth so much today? Experts point to a combination of minting perfection, rarity, and collector demand. Only a handful of these near-perfect specimens are believed to exist, and among them, the one graded in immaculate condition, a flawless mint state 70 or proof-like strike, fetched that unbelievable $1.6 million at auction. The coin's condition, rarity, and the story behind its survival make it one of the most coveted modern coins in U.S. history, and here's the exciting part, there could still be more out there. That's right, you might have one sitting in your change jar, tucked in an old coin roll, or hidden in a forgotten collection from the 80s. Check your dimes carefully, especially those with the P mint mark from 1989. Look for exceptional shine, sharp details, or even minor errors. Because if you happen to stumble upon one of these rare examples, you could be holding a piece of numismatic history worth a small fortune. So today, as we dive deeper into the full history, design details, and fascinating facts about this remarkable coin, remember, every coin has a story, and some stories are worth millions. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next discovery. And to all our returning viewers, welcome back. You are the heartbeat of this community, the treasure hunters, history enthusiasts, and collectors who keep the spirit of discovery alive. Stick around until the end, because we'll explore exactly how experts identify this valuable 1989 P Liberty dime, what makes it different from ordinary ones, and how you can determine if your dime might just be the next $1 million coin.